Hello, Brian Davis from the podcast Brother versus Brother. We've got a short video here about some of the ways that people use statistics as a way to, I guess, fool us or not give us the complete information. There's an old expression that is that it's easier to lie with statistics than it is to lie without them. And so this is often used as a way because people will say, oh, you can make statistics say anything. And I guess in a way you can, but if the audience is attentive to it, we can call them out and we can catch it when it's happening. But the point being, it's easier to make things up without statistics. And so we should always be encouraging people to use actual data to make their points. And so in this video, I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to shame anybody. I just want to keep people accountable. There's a newsletter that's put out by a state representative of Pennsylvania, Mario Scavello. He puts these newsletters out weekly. In the newsletter that came out this week, he's got, or he introduces the idea of some amendments that they're proposing. And these are big amendments. These are to modify the Constitution. And so we should be taking these very seriously. They've got two amendments that the state legislature is putting forward to the public for vote. Mario says that most Pennsylvanians say they're dissatisfied with the way that elections are conducted in the state, according to a recent poll. And then he has a link to that poll. And so first of all, I want to give Mario credit for actually having some data to back up that statement. And then we go and we look at the data that he's calling up. And this data is coming from Franklin Marshall College. They took the poll in May of 2022, and I want to highlight two sections of the poll. The first is the one that Mario specifically references. And in this one, the poll, the information put out by Franklin and Marshall, it says that more than half, 52% of respondents report that they are dissatisfied with the way elections are conducted. Now, let's just pause there for a moment, because what Mario said was that most Pennsylvanians, and by most Pennsylvanians, he is referencing 52%. So people were polled, and 52% said that they were dissatisfied with the election. Would you consider 52% most people? If your child came home from school and they said, I got most of the answers right, I got a 52% on my test, would you say, well, yeah, he did. He got most of the answers right. In fact, there's a movie out there that you might be interested in, because most people that watch it really like the movie. 52% said that you should go and see a movie called A Lonely Cow Weeps at Dawn. 52% like it. It must be a great movie. If a restaurant with a health code rating of 52 would you feel comfortable eating in that restaurant? Would you say it's mostly safe to eat there? So first of all, I gotta shine the light on Mario Scavello's most Pennsylvanians when what he's talking about is 52%. Now, when we look at the data there, that 52%, what he's talking about is the 22% that are somewhat dissatisfied and 30% that are very dissatisfied. So if you consider, people that really want change, I'd say there's probably 30% that are looking for constitutional amendments that are to bring about this change. 22%, maybe some minor changes. But even so, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that we're talking about 52% that might be interested in adding amendments to the state constitution. Well, that brings us to the second area that we need to look at in this information, the analysis of the polling that was put forth by Franklin and Marshall. At the bottom of their report, in the methodology, they mention that the sampling error for this survey is plus or minus 4.4 percentage points. So now consider what that means. 4.4 margin of error, which means that the actual, if the data is accurate, that the number of people that are dissatisfied with the state of the elections in the state of Pennsylvania ranges from 47.6 to 56.6. Now, I'm sorry, 56.4. So let's round it, 48 to 56. Somewhere in there is an accurate representation of the number of people that are, or the percentage of people that are dissatisfied with the elections in Pennsylvania. Now, clearly, there's a portion that within that range that are actually less than half. And Mario is claiming that most Pennsylvanians are dissatisfied with the election. Now, if we take the higher end, let's say that actually the margin of error is skewed upward, and there's actually 56% of the population of Pennsylvania is dissatisfied. Well, if we look at the overall presidential approval ratings, Bill Clinton and Lyndon Johnson both had, for the lifetime of their presidency, a 55% approval rating. The movie Baywatch has a 56% approval rating. So clearly, most of the people that saw the movie Baywatch would encourage you to watch it. The other aspect of the report is that within the methodology, it doesn't address the confidence, how confident they are in the numbers that they were able to produce. It's a minor issue, but if we consider everything as a whole, Mario Scavello is assuming people won't go to check the reference number or information that he has, because if he did, he knows that they're going to acknowledge that he's being a little bit loose with accuracy, and maybe he just didn't look himself, because 52% is not what I would consider most people. In fact, I would say it's barely above average, and then you consider the error, the sampling error, and you potentially have numbers going the other direction. So I hope that we can work on keeping people honest and presenting accurate information. And it helps us as well to go and do some research. When someone tells us something, go out and see what is it they're basing their statements on, because we get smarter in the process as well. I hope you found this helpful, and thank you for watching.